What's poppin', people? It's your boy Will. I'm your host this week for the Marvelite podcast, and with me we have the regulars that consist of Failwell34, aka Mikey.
What a dooski, guys. Glad to be back here on the Marvelite podcast.
We have our Lord Vaporeon, Luke.
What's going on, Internet? And we, I think, are on episode 98 this week.
Yeah, buddy.
Only 2 episodes left until that massive, super awesome 100th episode.
I know. Yep. And also,
we'll be popping bottles.
Weapon the rest coast. We have our boy Nasty Nick. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? It's your boy Nick coming at you from the Sunny D factory.
So apparently ABC wanted to cancel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but Mouse God willed it, and they said nay. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is getting its 4th season, but it got moved to Friday. So
no, 5th.
Now it's just 5th?
Yeah.
Is that what the article said? Oh, this is season 5. That's right.
So, like, here's
Yes,
the thing.
is.
But, like, okay, so, like, ABC is a subsidiary of Disney.
Yep.
So, like Disney owns them. So, even if, you know, the executives at ABC wanted to do something, they still have to get it cleared by
They
Disney.
got Agent Carter canceled, though.
They did, but that was mainly because Haley Atwell didn't want to re-sign because she was getting sick.
She was
of the
doing
role.
another show, wasn't she?
Well, she was doing another show, but she was also getting really tired of playing that character. So,
Yeah. I mean, I think she has fun playing it, but I think when that's all you do, I can understand. You can only throw so much money at a person unless they're Robert Downey Jr.
yeah. So I think it's. I think this chapter, this little corner of the MCU, or this mirror world of the MCU, is going to close with this season, and oh, thank God.
Yeah, there are rumors that it's supposed to be setting up S.W.O.R.D. I mean, what do you guys think about Mouse God intervening and giving us the season 5 that we sort of asked for? Kind of.
I rebuttal.
What is your rebut, my boy?
No, I think, Disney deciding to give Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. another season is a good thing, because I think the show's been improved greatly with its 4th season. I think it's been on a roll recently with Ghost Rider and the whole Ada arc. I think the show's been the best it's ever been in its entire run. That being said, objectively, from the studio ABC's perspective, the numbers aren't there.
That's why I can see why they want.
Exactly, so I can see why they'd want to cancel it. So I think this is a pretty solid compromise. It'll give the show that one last push to finish out whatever last crazy story they want to do, but also give it a dead slot so Friday go in peace.
Yeah, but you got to understand, though, that Fridays are the slots where they send shows to die.
Yeah, that's a death slot.
Yeah, and I think that's the intent.
Inhumans right off the bat is starting on Fridays.
It's not, yeah, because there's that rumor that it's like ABC canceled Inhumans before. It's like, no, they didn't, but they did send it to the death slot that is Fridays. And notice that the poster for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, the poster for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. says airing in the winter. What is Inhumans? What, 8 episodes? That's 2 months worth of content. So yeah, it'll be like late November, early December. So it lines up.
So gross.
Follow up that murder.
Yeah, and
train.
with regards to the picture, I mean, they're going to space. They're going to go balls to the wall with this season, I'm
meet
sure.
The Guardians.
This is their shark jumping season, and that's how you know the show's kind of hitting the point. It's like, well, there's no going back now. We've gone to space.
Exactly, and I think they're going to just go crazy with this season, and then, if anything, since it's going to be officially done after this, most likely, they'll try and maybe spare some things for the movie universe, like maybe throw Quake there, or maybe take S.W.O.R.D. and put it in the MCU.
I think
or
Quake.
Do you guys want to do some speculations on what they're going to find or see in space? Because there's quite a bit of things actually they can. I don't think they're going to bump into the Guardians, but I think
they're going to run into governments.
I think that they're actually the Kree. It's highly likely they're going to run into the Kree. It's a little less likely, but still possible that they'll land on the moon and discover Adelon. 3, they'll discover the space station that is S.W.O.R.D. I don't know. There's a couple different scenarios that could play out, or it could
they could
just
also be the Skrulls.
I doubt it. Doubt it.
Well, maybe.
No, they could set that up, man. Like maybe they kill
Skrulls.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but they set the seeds up for the Skrull invasion.
Oh shit! Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Secret Invasion.
I'm gonna laugh when they're out in space and they just mention like, oh yeah, like there's this like shape-shifting alien race, and we've been like they run into like a Kree soldier, and he's like, I've been tracking them. They're called the Kree, or they're called the Skrulls.
I mean, actually, now that you mention that could be a solid way to reintroduce Coulson. Like he's been gone for all these years, and then
my God.
In recent context, would be like, yeah,
they could just reuse the
Kree
costumes from Lord of the Rings, like the orc costumes.
True, they probably could just rework those around a little bit.
Make them green.
Make them green, boys. But I mean, my thing is like I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.'s even seasons because 2 and 4 I think are good. I think 1 and 3 are very meh. Like 1 is an extremely slow burn. I don't think I ever got through it, but I think 5 is a good stopping point. 5 is where most shows just kind of need to stop, like Dexter and Supernatural. And we saw what happened with those.
Supernatural is still good though.
It kind of died off for me after season 5.
It got better, but anyways, back to Agents of not Supernatural. Yeah, I think they are probably going to end up tackling Sword and do more alien threats. I think will probably set up more so stuff for Infinity War rather than stuff for like Black Panther. Which still comes out between like the seasonal release. I don't think they're gonna have much in there, except that in the comics someone said something about like Wakanda having a planet or some shit. Pyramid
space Wakanda.
Yeah, space. I don't know what's up with that.
Dude, what if S.H.I.E.L.D. try to link up with Inhumans? And that show's gonna be a bomb.
they go down together into that pit of cancellation.
That would be such a shame because the 4th season of S.H.I.E.L.D. was so great.
I bet you that's what the series finale will be. The Inhumans show up on the... You know what? Luke's probably right. They're going to find the moon colony in the second half of the season after their mid-season break, and they're going to discover the Inhumans, and it's going to be like them and the royal family teaming up to fight Deus, the Ex Machina.
Exactly. I could actually see that being a possibility, especially because they're keeping the new S.H.I.E.L.D. season under wraps.
Yeah,
like they're not letting anything slip. So
I mean,
I really hope it has to do with the movie universe rather than the Inhumans.
That's a dream, but I don't think that is going to become reality.
That mirror universe thing is, I think that's just what it is now. It's the Marvel Mirrorverse.
Except for that one time that
the MMU.
Coulson was the reason that Age of Ultron happened.
What?
Yeah, dude, don't you remember at the end of I forget what season it was, but Coulson essentially discovered that Hydra base, and if it wasn't for Coulson literally calling the Avengers, or having S.H.I.E.L.D. call the Avengers, because you're like one of the last things he said, he's like, he's like, oh, we found Baron von Strucker's Hydra base, and then Coulson
remember that.
He looks at someone and he said, call in the Avengers, and then like literally that night, Avengers: Age of Ultron came out.
See,
so
wow.
So it's like, how connected are these things? You know what I mean?
They're loosely connected.
They really stopped being very connected, I think, during when season 3 started.
Yeah, because like the first 2 seasons, they just like reference after reference after. It's like, we get it. You live in the same universe.
Because then once it became like a global threat, and then humans were like being announced by the president to the entire world as a threat with official shit, it just like, this is definitely not connected anymore, at least in my opinion. Yeah. Because how are they not being notified? How is it not popping up in the film universe? It just seems so disconnected.
But I mean, I hope that season 5 does well, and I hope it's interesting. I think having that Inhumans, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. crossover will be a powerful thing. This is going to haunt my spirit for the rest of the week.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 98.
Yeah, 98. We're so close. We're gonna try to do something special for episode 100.
We're gonna bring back a long number for 100.
Hopefully, that's the plan. If you're an OG, you may know who we're trying to get back.
Who, Armin?
But
oh
yes.
Yeah, if you guys saw the
return of Armin
Beyonce
Zola.
Medusa episode, you know.
If you remember Beyonce's Medusa, the reason why Inhumans flopped because they didn't cast her, then you're a real one, and you'll know who we're trying to get. But
no, actually, I have a question for the viewers. Without looking at the actual Marvelite playlist, what was the very first episode based around? What was the topic?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I don't even know. I wasn't there.
You weren't. Yeah, this is before your time.
But no cheating. Don't look at the
Mikey,
playlist.
When did you? Mikey, when did you join?
I want to say like around like the first set of 10s, like maybe like 13, 14, 15.
I think you were in the teens.
Yeah, you were in the teens, man. Yep.
Yeah, it was around it was sometime after we stopped using titles. Maybe we'll get back to that someday. But if you also,
I miss the titles.
I do too. Well, when we hit
what
that
was that title called? Something for Freedom.
Pimpin' Host for Freedom.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think that was actually episode 4.
All right, so thank you guys. We'll catch y'all next week.
Yeah, drop a comment down below with the hashtag AskMarvelly if you want us to answer it on the show. Before we close out, I've been your host, Will, and you can find me at Will the Greatest. Where can people find you, Luke?
You guys can find me on Twitter at QuantumXParadox.
Cool. Mikey, go.
You can find me on the internet.
Nick,
you can follow me on Twitter at who's_Nick, and if you want to hear this full podcast, go to our SoundCloud page and check it out every week.
Yeah, boy. Hit up that SoundCloud. Ask us questions. I've been your host, Will the Greatest, and we will see you guys next week. Peace.
I'm failing.